And I hope all of you were able to install Node.js successfully in your computer. So in the last class, we had an overview of React.js, as well as we went through all these steps to install Node.js, and we had also created an app using npx create react app command, and later we gave a command called npm start to start the server, and we were able to show a hello world page in the browser. So we had also cleaned the default folder that comes along with the app after we create it. So we were left with these files, right? So in the public folder, we had index.html. In src folder, we had all these four files: app.cs, app.js, index.cs, css, and index.js. And we also removed unnecessary code from app.js and index.js, right? And what we did was, I explained you that when we open the React.js app in the browser, it first invokes index.js, and index.js we had given app tag, which was redirecting to a different file called app.js, where we had given hello world. Okay, this was the flow. Today we are going to learn something called JSX. Okay, it's something called JSX, which means JavaScript XML. So we will learn how to use JavaScript XML in React page. Okay, for that, what we do is in this location, right, root.render, we had some command here, react.strict and all that. We are going to remove this. So now in this, so we have removed that app reference. Okay, and let me hide this. This is the page. So earlier hello world was showing because I had given app tag which was directing to app.js. Now I have removed the app tag, and when I save this, the page should be blank because there is nothing. The app tag has been removed. So now, in order to learn JXX, let's do one thing. So JavaScript XML is nothing but we have the capability in React.js to run an HTML command, or sorry, HTML tag in the code, in the React.js code. Okay, for example, let's say I'm giving a variable like constant. I'm giving my element. Okay, uh, my element equals. I'm giving an h1 tag hello world. So this is a variable, my HTML. In that variable, I'm storing an HTML tag actually. It's an HTML tag. There is no need to give any double quotes or anything. It's a straight up a tag. This tag has been stored in this variable, my element. Okay. Now this is, in other words, this is called as JavaScript XML. So this is like an XML. Okay. Now if I want to run this HTML tag, we have to render it. Okay. Now to render, we need to render somewhere in the excuse me, the HTML page. So this HTML right side that you see, which is blank at this point, this HTML is actually this index.html. Okay, so index.html is what this is. Now index.html, there is a blank div tag. Okay, and the name of the tag is root. All right. So what we are trying to do is in this HTML we are not displaying anything. Okay, but we have created the element. Now this element we are populating in this index.js. So if you see line number 7, what's happening is there are some libraries like React DOM and React. You see line number 1 and 2. These two libraries come along with React.js. So when we created this app, these two libraries came along with it and for us to use it. All right. So in this React DOM library, we can use it. So this is the way. So if I give React DOM dot create root and document dot get element ID of root. So what is happening is in this HTML index.html, this div tag, right, which has the name root, that is getting stored in a variable called root. This need not be root; it can be R also. It can be R. It's just a variable. So if I'm using R here, then below I have to give R dot render. Okay, R dot render I can give. So what is the meaning of R dot render means? I can render anything in this particular element, which is R, and R is nothing but the root element, and root is nothing but this div tag. So whatever I'm giving inside this bracket in render, that is going to be displayed in this div tag. Okay. Now what I want to display is I want to display this part h1 tag hello world. So if I want to display this variable which has this tag, I have to simply mention in this bracket that variable name which is my element. Okay. So if I give my element and save that file, in the right side, the browser, you should see this h1 hello world. Okay, so I save it and now you see hello world. Got it. So this is the output of the JSX, which is in line number 6, and this is the tag. Those who have only learned so far HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and this is a new way of rendering element. Okay, so in React.js, we are rendering element through JavaScript type of code, like JavaScript type of code here, into the element root. Okay, so this is our first program which we have written to display hello world. And right now we have touched. So right now what is the flow? The flow is as soon as this opens, it goes to index.html and then it refers this root ID which we are updating in index.js. Okay. Now, now this element, right? What if I want more than one tag? What if I want to create a table? So hello world is there instead of just one tag. I want to create a set of tags. So what you do just give that in a bracket, okay, a round bracket. Okay, here I can uh, have, let's say let's say I want to create a table, HTML table. So I'm giving table, doing right, tr, tr, then ph, name, first column, right? The okay, and okay, in the next row, I'm giving tr, ph, table heading, giving Maruti. I'm creating a third row. I'm giving. I have created a table. Okay, so this my element has now a set of tags, right? There are multiple lines, and the main tag is table. In that table, we have the subsequent tags like tr and teach. Now, if I save this and refresh the page, obviously it is going to render my element. And earlier, the my element was just h1 tag. Now it is the entire table. Okay, so when I save this, it is going to display the table. See here, it has displayed a table which has name Maruti and Toyota. All right. This is another example of JavaScript XML or JSX, which we can use to render an HTML. So what we're doing is we are rendering the HTML tags through through React.js code. This is not an HTML file. Okay, this is JavaScript file. The file name is index.js. So index.js, which is a JavaScript file, I am rendering HTML content. Right, I'm rendering HTML content. All right, let's see another example. So not only HTML tags, it can also have expression. Okay, it can also have expression like I can let me remove this. I can simply have here uh, let's say h1 tag. I can let's say amount is I can give curly brackets, and here I can give expression. I can give 9 plus right 5. So what will happen now? The value of my element is h1 tag. In the h1 I have given amount is 9 plus 5. So now in the page it will render amount is 9 plus 5, which is 14. Which is displaying amount is 14. So in this JSX you can give expression also. Okay. Now you can either have direct expression or you can have variable here. So let's say I have a variable var age equals 40. This is a variable and I want to display here variables. Just give age is in the curly brackets, just give the variable name age. The variable name. That is what is going to print. So when I save this, it's printing age is 40. It's evaluating this variable and displaying it. It is that easy to code in React.js and it is clutter free, well organized. Okay. This is about giving expressions in React.js. Another thing to notice here is inside this element, like if we have more than one tag, we have to give brackets, right? We have just seen an example. Let's say I want to give two paragraphs. P, this is paragraph 1. Now, if I save this, it is going to show this is paragraph 1. So instead of my element, only one tag is there, which is getting rendered. I want to have one more paragraph tag, let's say. So I'm giving this is paragraph 2. So this is not possible because inside this my element variable where we want to render a group of HTML tags, we need to have one header or the main tag. Got it? Now there are two same level tags. Both are same level paragraph tag. This way we cannot give. We need to have a header. So let's say I can give a div tag outside. Okay, so now div tag is outside, and inside div tag, I have two paragraph tags, which is fine. There should be one top element, and this is called as fragment. Okay, this top element, whatever we're giving, is called as fragment. So there must be a top element and then all the children elements here. So this will work. I saved it. So this is paragraph one, this is paragraph two. Both are getting displayed. So either you give a header element, div or something else, or what you can do, you can just give blank. See here, there's a blank opening tag and blank ending tag. Okay, this is what fragment is. So now still it will work because we have given a root element and then inside we have various tags. Got it? So this is how we render JSX, which is JavaScript XML, into a React page. Okay. So please try these examples. With that, we'll end this session.